What up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Film Bros podcast. I'm your host, JP. This is my co-host, Josh.
What's up, everyone?
What's going on, guys? We're here for another episode. We're going to go ahead and talk about all the good things out there, movies, movie news, films, games, whatever comes to topics.
Yeah.
We got a good show for you guys today. A really good one. A really good one. We will be having a few more episodes popping up here and there. Our editor here is hard at work, and we're hard at work pumping out videos. So if you guys are trying to check those out, Josh, let them know where they can check it all out.
At FilmBros podcast. If you're watching it now on YouTube, at FilmBros podcast. Spotify and Apple Podcasts at FilmBros podcast. And if you want to just follow us and talk to us and whatnot, Twitter and TikTok at FilmBros podcast.
Of course, at Film Bros Podcast on everything. On everything. With that, like I said, we got a good show. We got a full show. So we're going to just go ahead and jump right in there. And we got a few trailers. We had a few trailers the past couple of days, okay? I'm going to give you guys a little heads up. There's one of these that might get talked dirty to. But we're going to start with the good one first. And obviously the one on everybody's mental right now. We had our first look at Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Part 1, correct? Part 1 is going to be one. We got our first look at it, okay? There was a bunch of cameos. There was, people were chasing Miles throughout the trailer. It was, honestly, it looks as good as the first one. I'm excited about it. But these are one of the movies that gets me thinking, like, the first one was such a masterpiece, didn't need a second part. And with as much Spider-Man that they're going to be stuffing into this movie, it seems like it's going into a big scale. And I know they've made it into a two-parter, so obviously it's going to pay off into something big. So they seem to have written. But we've seen a lot of different Spider-Man within the trailer. Did you get a chance to see it? What did you think?
No, yeah, I saw the trailer. Because it dropped is today Tuesday? Today's Wednesday, something like that?
Today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
It dropped yesterday on Tuesday.
Yeah, it dropped yesterday. I saw it. It does look good. I don't know where they're gonna take this one. My favorite part is obviously the Miguel O'Hara, the 2099 Spider-Man, because he looks like a menace. I want to know why he's on Miles' ass so bad. Like when he the whole scene where he grabs him and throws him into that train or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. He looks like a menace. This is gonna be great. But I don't know. I don't know if it needed a sequel or not. I know it could have been fine standing alone, but Sony and money talks. So of course they're gonna end up making a sequel. But I don't know. It does look good though. I don't know how good it's gonna be being a two-parter, but because how those things go where it's like, oh, yeah, part 1 was better than part 2 or whatever else, and then you have to kind of compare that to the first one. So.
Yeah, and the first part is arguably, it could be debatable, right? One of the best comic book movies of all time that people have been claiming to be. It's debatable. Yeah. With all the cameos that you've seen, I mean, we've seen, you kind of touched up on it, but we've seen, the PS1 Spider-Man, we see PS4 Spider-Man, we've seen a bunch of different variants of Spider-Man, Spider-Woman.
Spider-Man Unlimited, did you see that?
Yeah, I did see him, Spider-Man 2099. One burning question that I have, maybe you have it too, maybe you guys have it out there, will we see the trio? Peter A, B, and C?
I don't know if, probably not in this one. Maybe in the next one. I don't know. That seems like something they'd want to drop, and hold on to. Either that or probably right at the end, they'll be like, hey, it's us. And then, cut to black and then wait for the next one.
Probably.
But
they wouldn't put all their chips in the first movie,
That's
right?
why. But I don't know. I mean, I can see it happening. We're getting a bunch of them. Like you said, there was Spider-Woman, Spider-Man Mary Jane and her kid. There was, a bunch. The Bombastic Bagman. That was one of the ones I saw.
Oh yeah, I did see him. Oh, I also seen who is that Spider-Man? The one with the one that has the over the gloves. The hands are pretty big. He has a backpack. Big manga.
The manga one. Yeah.
Manga Spider-Man.
Yeah. Spider-Man Clan. Whatever the fuck his name
is.
Yeah.
That one kind of caught my attention.
Yeah. So they're
So
they're kind of like going all out. There's gonna be a bunch. My bad.
so hype's there, right? Hype's there.
Yeah.
They are going all out. So far from the first trailer, obviously we're gonna have to wait till the movie comes out to make this final uh word. But with all the cameos and everything, do you feel with the first one, like I said, being a debatable best comic best comic book movie of all time, do you feel like this one can rival it? Does it
Uh,
look like? Does it give you that feeling?
um. Yes and no. I know packing a bunch of things into this movie is gonna be a big problem. It's gonna be a lot of like, oh, we saw this Spider-Man here, this Spider-Man there, and it's not gonna be. It's not, they're not all gonna play an important role. I know the ones they did say were gonna be important were the Indian Spider-Man, Spider-Punk, Spider-Woman, obviously, Spider-Man 2099, and then Miles, Peter B. Parker.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of a big cast when you think about it. But I don't know. It could be either way, and I know that's how every movie goes. But it could be just really good or really bad.
Mm.
It does look like they're packing a lot because we saw all of those, and then we didn't even see the spot. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it looks like it's gonna be a lot of multiverse shenanigans, but
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know where the spot comes into play in all of it.
Honestly, they didn't really give us too much on this first trailer.
That's why.
Visually, it looks great.
It just felt like a lot of like, oh yeah, no, you're gonna see all these Spider-Man come see the movie. Kind of.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna get at myself. It just seemed like they wanted to display a lot of the Spider-Man to be like, hey guys, we're really going big with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Looks good so far. I think it could rival if what do you call it if done right. With all those Spider-Man cameos, come on, there's no way. If and on top of that, in the first one, they gave you like a little teaspoon of Spider-Man cameos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This one, they're like, fucking eat these,
Yeah.
fucking eat these. So it's like it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, what did you guys think out there? Did you guys see the trailer? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Is there hype? Do you feel like it's gonna be one of the better Spider-Man movies? Let us know down in the comments, or at our Twitter.
Yeah.
Another trailer I'm very excited about, very hyped about. Scream 6. We got the Scream 6 trailer. It wasn't a big trailer, and it
was a
sucks.
teaser.
It was a
Teaser
little
trailer.
teaser, yeah. It didn't give us a lot, but it gave us enough. We saw Jenna Ortega. We seen Ghostface. We seen the football player. I forgot his name. I think his name is Dean. I don't remember. The football player from the last part. He was in there, and I believe a couple other characters. We didn't see Sydney nor what's her name?
The
Gail.
reporter chick.
Yeah, Gail. We didn't see Gail, so we didn't see any of or Hayden Panettiere, which sucks. I wish we could have seen her in something like this, but I get it. It's a teaser. They're gonna give us everything on this one. We gotta wait until the official trailer, whatever. But it's gonna be set in New York. Still following some of the characters from the last movie. It looks good, and I, as one who's stuck by Scream since the very first part till now, I know people say the second, third, fourth, whatever. I love them all. I love horror movies, and Ghostface has been one of my favorites. But what about you? You seen the trailer? What did you think?
No, it does look good. Can't deny that. Even just from the teaser, I was like, oh, okay, this looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a big horror movie fan. There's a few here and there that I rewatch around Halloween, just like everyone else. But like this one looks really good, and it is weird that it is coming out in March, but I don't think that stops it at all. It does look really good. Seeing Jenna Ortega, she's coming hot off a couple of projects like Wednesday and that one movie X or whatever it was called. It looks good. No complaints. Just really looks good.
Yeah, I believe me. This movie's gonna take my money for sure. And the mask, the Ghostface mask, it looks kind of old and cracked up and everything too. So it's gonna. I mean, to be honest, they read it up on a fly. As soon as the last Scream 5 did really well, they greenlit this one really quick, and it didn't take a lot of money to make. So I kind of understandably, why it's gonna come out a little bit, sooner than most movie. But yeah, it is a little weird that it's not in October, but they can pump out a Scream movie quick, I'm 100% down for that. I need more, but yeah, I can't wait. I need to see an official trailer. But as of right now, my hype's there for sure.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you too.
yeah.
100%.
It looks really good. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go watch it.
Yeah.
100%. Let's go. But what did you guys think? Did you guys see the teaser trailer, the Scream 6 teaser trailer? Did you guys like it? Hate it? Did you guys not see Scream 5? Did you guys not like any of the Scream movies? Let us know because we want to know. So I'm gonna bring us to our last trailer. Okay, it's called 65. Adam Driver's in it. Coming to us from Sony. Um, the trailer was good. It was good to we talked about it a little bit earlier. Kind of gave me some Riddick vibes in it. In the beginning, and then it went to a prehistoric. So it was kind of weird, but I feel like the trailer gave a lot away, and I kind of feel like, I feel like they're trying to hide this twist, but I don't really feel like they hit it all that well. I feel it was a good trailer, and seeing the dinosaurs, and finally a different studio is gonna bank off some dinosaurs, because it seemed like Universal was the only one pumping out dinosaur movies. So it's good to see that some other studios making use of it. But this one looks fun. It looks like a good little popcorn flick. I still want to, I would still want to go watch it, even though they, in my opinion, I feel like they kind of gave a little too much in this trailer. Yeah. But you saw the trailer. What do you think?
I don't know how to feel about this one. Like, I like Adam Driver as an actor. I loved him in Star Wars, but I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this one. Because he does really good in other movies as well, like Marriage Story with Scarlett Johansson. He was good in that one. But I don't know. The trailer did give a lot. It was weird, which is kind of like odd, because trailers usually don't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless there's not really anything interesting in the movie, and they're just like banking off dinosaurs, which would have been fine. But like giving it up right away was kind of weird.
Yeah, because I even showed you, and I told you too, there was a part in the trailer where I just thought they should have said, pff, and then like let people speculate. Like I said, there's probably a twist in the story that they're probably not giving to us. But if I want to be honest, my theory goes is that they're probably, he's probably, he obviously is the bus driver. He crashes. It's gonna turn out to be that they were technically the aliens landing on a different planet and finding dinosaur maybe way back when, in a different universe or whatever. He's gonna come from somewhere that's gonna he's gonna wind up landing on Earth. There's gonna be dinosaurs. He's gonna have to survive, probably make it out. A lot of these characters probably won't, because a lot of them, come on, they weren't really big notable names, so they're not gonna make it out the movie.
If anything, I can see them being like the first like human remains, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And then they dig them up in the future, and they're like, oh shit, what the fuck? But
that'd be crazy.
But I don't think it's gonna be anything too groundbreaking in this one, because I don't know, it sounds very basic. When we first saw the trailer, we thought it was gonna be Riddick.
Yeah, I honestly thought it was a rebooted Riddick.
Yeah,
for a second.
I would have been like, holy shit, that actually sounds pretty dope. But like, Vin Diesel would be greedy and be like, no, only we.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, it looks fine for what it is, but the trailer just gave up way too much.
Yeah. It like I don't think it takes away. It still looks like it'll be fun. I like the Jurassic Park movies, even though the sequels didn't really do it justice, in my opinion. The sequel trilogy, at least, kind of felt like the last one was a little bit dragged. But yeah, it still looks fun to me. I'm still willing to give it a shot. Probably gonna wait till streaming, or Blu-ray, or whatever comes first. I don't think this one's gonna be a theater movie unless it's on a weekend that we have nothing to do and maybe want to go watch a movie. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, did you guys see the trailer? 65 with Adam Driver.
It's a Sony movie.
It is a Sony movie, and go check out the trailer. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. If you have seen it, let us know your thoughts.
Yeah.
But the next thing, this one brings me a little bit of joy with this topic. So we got word today. Now it's been kind of been a will they? They kind of talked about it. There's been a tease here, a leak here. But now apparently it's been ordered to series, and we're actually gonna get it. Amazon Studios is gonna produce a God of War series.
Yeah.
We kind of got the details. It's gonna be kind of following the story of the 2018 game,
Yeah.
following Norse
Norse.
mythology. It's gonna follow him and the boy. Uh, it's gonna. I think it's gonna be good. And Amazon Studios, like, say what you will about Rings of Power, it wasn't that great of a show. I don't know if you even got around to
Haven't
see
seen
it,
it. No.
but honestly, the production value was phenomenal. Looked great. Everything looked amazing. So hearing that is gonna come from them sounds really good visually wise. Now, if you've seen Rings of Power, you know why it's not the best show out there. And so hopefully they get some good writers on this one, and they actually bring it to life. Um, I know some people were saying, soups. I know some people were saying that they wish they would have got God of War like with the Greek mythology. Him younger, being that more strange character, not strange character, more
Like it's like
vengeful, yeah,
angry.
angry and all that. Um, but honestly, I feel like this would be a good place to start, especially how popular it is, and how like well known it is because of these two more. I mean, people know about the old God of War, but this one I feel like it got a little bit more attention because of that child element in there and him being older, and Norse mythology is I don't know, maybe it's a little bit more popular than Greek, but it it sounds like it's gonna be well taken care of. I mean, besides the whole writing part, I'm not sure. We're gonna have to figure that out. But I don't know. You heard the news. What are you thinking?
Well, I mean, I think it sounds good. Obviously, the concept of the show is everything sounds really good. Whether they, because I know their casting is really well. They choose really good actors and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully that goes right. But as far as like complaining that they didn't take, uh, like start from him being in Greek and killing the pantheon and all that, I think you can just go back and play the games. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. You still get that storytelling. You get what you want out of it. Like we all know, he he um, he gives his life to the god Ares. It doesn't work out. His family dies. He swears to take down Mount Olympus and the gods.
Hmm.
He does it, and then we find him older in this new world, or whatever. All I really wish they do cover in the show and give depth to, assuming Sony is willing to work with them and stuff, is we see him and the his wife, girlfriend, baby mama, whatever you want to call him.
Mm.
Like I hope we see him with her and get that. And like I think from a storytelling standpoint, like I've played the other games, like I've
Mm.
played 3,
Yeah.
and like I don't think he grows. Like he's angry, he wants to get it done, and then I'm sure it was him moving to Midgard, far away from that past of his where he learned closure and shit like that. So
Mm.
he grows into the man that he needs to be, and he's able to give Atreus the lessons he does because he knows. But I think that's because it just from a storytelling standpoint, all he knows is vengeance, and it's not till he gets that calm in the storm where he's like, okay, now I can grow and raise my child however I want. But I don't know. I just don't think there's much storytelling needed in that whole Greek pantheon thing. So I don't know. It's a weird complaint.
Well, I kind of like that they're not gonna go down that path, and I'll tell you why. So, if we're gonna get this older Kratos with a child and everything, and say you haven't played the games, right? Say I'm a new person tuning in, I want to watch God of War today. Throughout the show, they could sprinkle in flashbacks of all that, of what made him be where he is, today. They don't have to necessarily go replay the video games if we can get all the, like how you said, there wasn't really a lot of character growth within the games. Up, even he even died angry when he stabbed himself. You know what I mean? So he kind of just got that closure, stabbed himself, died, came back somehow, and then
Yeah.
he landed here. So I kind of feel like they can just touch up on it with flashbacks and just they could probably stretch out one season to two seasons with flashbacks to the Greek mythology, because it's supposed to be a big secret, right? And his son's not gonna technically know until way later in the story
Well, technically, yeah.
of what happened. So they can use that to their advantage and be like, well, he doesn't know, so we're gonna play it out like nobody knows and put the pieces together with little flashbacks for the
Yeah.
audience. So that could be a way to go, and I think that would be a real effective way to kind of tell the story. And like I said, it could stretch out to two seasons. I know a lot of people worry about source material running out, so it could stretch it out, the
Well, yeah.
source material as much as it can.
And the games are kind of lengthy, so I mean, I don't think the source material is a problem, because they could just get it, stretch it out and whatever else. But again, it's long. I'm pretty sure you can cut.
The game is not that long.
Yeah,
The story is not that long.
Yeah.
No, everybody says that, but you got to think it's because of all the side missions, side quests, stuff like that. You can't translate those in movies. That's why I believe like games that get turned into movies don't really work out that well, because you can't do what you do in video games with movies. So like Mortal Kombat, that one was not even that great, and then they died for real. Like you can't even use those characters anymore. Uncharted wasn't really that great either. I mean, but
This is gonna be a show, Amazon show. It's
yeah,
different.
Yeah, it's gonna obviously be different, but I think that I don't know. It just it's not that long of a story, but they can stretch it out by adding those other parts into this story to stretch it out as much as they can, and then eventually start writing their own material.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna be working closely with Sony too. I don't see why they wouldn't.
So that's gonna lead me to this question. Since we're getting this series and we know what's gonna happen, I think one burning question that's gonna really make or break this show is who's gonna play Kratos. Who can play Kratos?
I don't know. I don't know anyone. No one comes to mind other than Christopher Judd or whatever however you say his name.
Dwayne Johnson.
No, that's gross. That's gross.
You know what? To be honest, all they gotta really. Oh, you know who would be a good one if he like got a little bit more beefier? The dude that plays Jack Reacher in the Amazon show.
I don't know.
I think he'd be pretty.
I don't know. I hope they nail this casting, because if they don't,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna get a lot of angry fans.
And then like, isn't the person that looks like Kratos doesn't necessarily need to speak like him, because they could do voiceover work. You know what I mean? So like, it could be simple.
Boy.
Yeah. They could probably get you.
I charge a lot on Amazon. No, but I don't know. I mean, it just sounds really good. I don't know if again, we'll have to wait and see for casting. I know people will bitch and moan about whatever, but yeah.
The casting is gonna really make or break this show, 100%. But yeah, y'all heard the news. So I mean, are you guys excited for a God of War series? Do you wish they would have went back to the Greek mythology and not had just jumped to the Norse mythology? Let us know down in the comments, and let us know what you think. Next topic we got. So John Wick 4 is going to be coming out on the 24th of March. Next year. With that, we know that we're getting a spin-off, right? Based on one of the characters within that movie. It's called Ballerina, and Ana de Armas is going to be the starring role. We got word today that Norman Reedus had signed to play on that show. Or is it a series or is it a show? I mean, a movie.
I don't know.
I think it's a movie or it's a series.
I thought it was a show. I thought it was gonna be an HBO Max show.
John Wick spinoff. Nope, it's just gonna be a movie. It doesn't say it's a show.
Oh, well, okay, good for her, I guess.
Spinoff to film. Yep, it's just gonna be. It's gonna be a movie. Oh, it's gonna be a movie. So it's gonna be it's gonna be a movie, and he's gonna be in that movie. So Norman Reedus never really hit my radar. I know that he was in Walking Dead. I know that he was in that game, that Death Stranding. Um, I've seen a few things of Walking Dead only because I heard that there was a rumor saying that he wanted to play Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
So I wanted to see how he was in acting because I don't think I've seen a lot of stuff with him in it, not that I can recall. Um, so I've seen a few things, and I think he has the chops for it. And I think, if anything, if he's gonna be in a John Wick movie, I think that he needs to play a villain. I think that he has that look. So I'm kind of banking that he plays a villain, but regardless, I'm still excited that he got cast. Is good for him. The Walking Dead really did put me on him. But other than that, I really haven't seen a lot of other shows with them. So it's good for him that he's getting put on into bigger movies and stuff like that. So what do you think?
I don't know. Again, I don't really watch. I don't watch The Walking Dead. I find zombies kind of boring. So I know everyone loves Norman Reedus. I'm not taking away from anyone that does, but I might just have to do what you did and just watch a few clips of him in it and just be like, well, whatever. But I'm pretty sure he'd be a bad guy.
Yeah.
I know his name was popping up when they wanted him to be Ghost Rider and stuff.
Yeah, and I think at one point he was campaigning about it.
Yeah,
Him and that dude from the CW show.
Uh,
I forgot his name.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The dude, the Ghost Rider.
Oh,
he was trying to come back.
Oh, well, that wasn't a CW show.
It wasn't.
No, it was something else.
Oh, ABC.
Yeah, and then it was on Hulu.
Gotcha.
But he was dope. I don't see why. That's a whole nother conversation. But,
Yeah.
but I don't know. That I could see him as a bad guy. I don't think I'd see him in anything else.
Yeah,
he has that face.
Yeah, like he can be a good villain or something in that movie. But like I said, good for him. Hopefully, hopefully he does play that bad guy, and hopefully he gives a fucking bomb ass performance. Because I'm looking forward to this movie, and I'm looking forward to the next John Wick movie. So bring that A game, Norman. With that, we're gonna go down to our next topic. Okay. So we all saw Multiverse of Madness, and everybody who wanted this dream casting creamed their pants when they saw him come into actual fruition and showed him off in the movie. John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. He got the limelight for a little bit. Had an interview with The Rap recently and basically said, if you guys want to check out the full quote, go ahead. It's on, like I said, he was talking to The Rap. He basically said that there has been no talkings to Marvel ever since that one cameo in the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Now, like everybody who knows Marvel is saying, phooey. He's getting paid to lie to us. He's obviously in talks, and I don't think that's the case. I honestly believe he was a one and done. I don't think he was gonna be more than that. I think if they're gonna bring the Fantastic Four, Reed Richards and Sue Storm and all them, they're gonna make sure that it's some fresh crew that people can relate to and not have to just base it on one person to see. And as much as I like them in it, I mean, I don't think they gave him a lot to work with in that movie. So I really don't know how he would be as an overall read. I don't believe him about he hasn't been talking to them, because I don't think it's as a one and done as much as I would like to think. I think that if we do see him again, could potentially be in Secret Wars. If it's not true, then we probably won't see him again ever again, or if we want to believe him. But yeah, he basically said that he hasn't been talking to Marvel. What do you think?
I saw this. I don't know. That kind of sucks, because I liked him. I liked him for what he was, and I was fan casting him for a cool minute. Him and David Arbor. I wanted him to be the Thing, but I don't know. That kind of sucks. I hope it's not true, because I did like him in Multiverse of Madness, even though it was a short cameo. But I hope we see him again. I don't see why we wouldn't.
I mean, there's a rumor saying that that Ben Kingsley guy might be it.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw him, and then I saw Penn Badgley, however the fuck you say his name. That he might be Reed too.
Yeah, that's what I was talking. I probably said his name wrong.
No,
That's what I was talking about.
no, the dude. No. You're getting your people mixed up. You had it right.
I was talking about the dude from You.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's his name.
Penn Badgley, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah. Well, you know who I'm talking about. But yeah, I know that he was getting rumored around. So who knows about that? But I mean, it would have been cool to see Krasinski a little bit more. But like I said, and plus he's a busy person. He has to be a busy person. He's his own writer. I think A Quiet Place 3 is gonna be coming out. He's a producer. Jack Ryan, I think he just barely finished wrapping it up. I don't think he has a lot of time to go ahead and do Marvel projects as of right now. He has that man is busy. He is hard at work.
I still want to see it. I don't care. I still want to see it. And I don't know. I mean, it would be just. I guess it would make sense, but I hope he does come back.
Yeah, but I mean, to be honest, if you guys want to keep some kind of hope, we could probably potentially see him in Secret Wars. Like that could be an actual possibility.
More or less, yeah.
So, don't throw your hopes out the window. It's not hopeless yet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what do y'all think out there? Do you guys think that Krasinski's trying to pull an Andrew Garfield, a fast one, or is he really not gonna come back, or there's really no talks, or is he trying to lie and be like, oh, I'm not talking to them. My people's talking to my people. Your people's talking to my people, and blah 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 blah. I don't know. Let us know down in the comments. We'll
figure it out.
Yeah, we'll find out soon enough, right? All right, we got Sean Levy. Okay, Sean Levy. He's promoting his own movies, but being asked about Deadpool 3 every now and again. And one question that came up, and I'm pretty sure it's on everybody's mind, because this is the first Deadpool movie that's going to be under the House of Mouse.
Disney.
And it's that basically that all the violence is going to be in your face and hardcore. There's going to be the blood and everything. That is going to very much be a Deadpool movie, he says. Now, how far are they going to push that rated R is going to... I have no doubt Disney might want to do that, but I think they won't do that because of brand. And with Bob Iger back, it's going to be kind of... I don't know. I want to believe them, but under Disney, it's a whole different ball game, and I mean, I hope it's gonna be another Deadpool movie like the first two were. It's just sometimes with Disney, with these like the way they're set up with their brand and everything, it's gonna be really hard to get away with that. But yeah, you heard the news, man. What are you thinking?
I don't know, man. It is gonna be tough. I know they keep promising that it's gonna be the same Deadpool, the same Deadpool movie, action, whatever. Ryan Reynolds is gonna be able to say fucking everything, but I don't know.
They're gonna be like, one time, Ryan.
I don't know, man. It's tough because it is Disney, and I know they keep saying it's gonna be this and that, which could be the case, and we could totally just be very pessimistic about it. But given Disney's track record and their take on violence, it isn't it doesn't sound possible. Maybe he's just trying to generate hype. We won't know until we see a trailer or a movie. So
yeah, I mean, I'll know it's for real when Disney puts out a Red Band trailer. That's when I know it's real. That's when I know, okay, yeah, they're gonna put out this R rating. I mean, was it under Disney when they put out the Deadpool 2, that Christmas special?
No, that was still Fox.
Oh, it was still Fox.
I think they were testing the waters about a PG-13.
Yeah,
to see how it would just go. But no, that was still under Fox.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to sell some more tickets to kids and stuff like that. So like the kids can go and see it. So It was cool that they did that though. But I haven't personally seen it. I heard it's like a whole different movie.
I watched it once, and it has additional scenes. Like you could tell he filmed like certain scenes and stuff, but a lot of it is cut out. So
Oh, okay. Yeah. But yeah, what do you guys think out there? Are we gonna get the same Deadpool treatment, all that stuff? All right, y'all. So let us know down in the comments. On our next topic, we got Avatar: Way of the Water. Still making, bro. We go to the gym. We see all these trailers.
it was the funniest shit. I know you were just about to get there, but we saw the interview with James Cameron, and then right next to it on another screen was the trailer. So that's just funny to me.
Yeah, they're just going on a full on tour spree for this movie. It's gonna be coming out soon, December 16th. So
Yeah.
obviously, why wouldn't they put full gas, full pedal to the metal for this movie? But we have word that the projections are in for the opening box office weekend.
Yeah.
I want you to take a guess on how much you think it's projected that movie will make in its opening weekend.
500 mil? Right around the ballpark.
Yeah, around the ballpark. So they're thinking it's gonna make 525 plus. So
For the weekend? That's
for opening weekend,
That's a lot.
That's Thursday through, bro. That's half a bill on the opening night, like the opening weekend, like the very first weekend. That's like half a bill. So if they're looking to get a bill, if they just have literally, if they only get maybe like less than a 30% drop in its second weekend, it can make a bill in like 2-3 weekends. Seriously. Or maybe on the second weekend if, people want to go back and watch it again. Or when they watch it during the week, you know what I mean? It's going to hit over a bill. And hearing these projections gives me high hopes for this movie and gives me more hope that they're not going to just end it at 3. Yeah. Because I know that he was obviously in the interview saying that that as well, that there's a way to tie up Avatar 3 if it doesn't work out with this one. So it seems like we're going to be getting all of them. 525 mil, man, that's fucking whopping dollar signs, bro. What's on your brain? We getting all 5 or what?
I hope so. With the way things are moving forward and stuff, if James Cameron can just keep doing his shit, I have no doubt this might make a bill. Either that or just come up short, like around 800 mil, something like that.
Damn.
But I hope we get it. What I don't get though is gonna like a whole nother conversation. But
okay.
But I've been seeing around the internet and stuff that people are upset that James Cameron is doing all this showboating. And they're kind of like. They're like, oh man, James Cameron is just talking out his ass, shitting on the MCU and wherever else, and then wrap it all up and be like, I don't even want to see this movie just because I want to watch it tank. And I'm like, that's very dumb stuff to say and do, and and I just want to open that up for conversation because I've been seeing it around. Have you been seeing it around too?
I've not. Is it in the interviews or what?
Not interviews, but I mean like people on like TikTok and Twitter.
Oh.
They're like, man, like James Cameron is always talking out his ass and hyping up this movie and stuff, and talking about the last one being 9 years old or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're like, I don't want to see this movie because he's hyping it up and whatever.
Yeah.
But and I'm like, you don't want a director that takes pride in their stuff and opens it up for discussion. Taking pride in their work. And again, it is James Cameron, so. I just thought it was interesting. Figured why not talk about it.
Yeah. I'm going to talk about it with you right now. 2 of the top 5 most highest grossing films came from James Cameron himself. 2. That's all, bro. And even the first one that people like to say nobody knows about, nobody's ever heard of, it's been 10 years 9 years 9 years or whatever. It's been so long, nobody cares. Look, it's still sitting at the top. If anybody forgot about it, You won't, because you could look it up and it's right there at the top. So I feel like James Cameron can say whatever he wants, and he knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's talking about. This man paved the way for movies. He's literally a pioneer. I have high hopes, and James
Yeah,
Cameron can say, if James Cameron says that this movie's gonna be great, he's not gonna promote a movie that's gonna be shit. Why
exactly,
do you think he wasn't around for Dark Fate?
exactly.
He's not gonna promote a shitty movie. If he knows that it's gonna be great and it's something that he put his heart into, and not only put his heart into one film, he's putting him into the whole saga that he wants to. Like, he literally took a 9 year hiatus, okay, just so he can pen out every single detail before he ever even started filming anything. There was no, oh, let's film this one. Oh, we made a lot of money. Oh, let's film another one. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Like, none of that. All interconnected, intertwined. What you're gonna see in the second one's gonna play a direct effect to the third, and the third to the fourth. You might get a callback that goes all the way back to the second.
Hmm.
It's gonna be great. He is a visionary. He has every right to say anything he wants. Okay,
Yeah,
I do not care. And when whoever says, and I don't care about no Twitter warriors. Okay, fuck y'all. Whatever y'all say, look at the money that it brought in. And honestly, James Cameron could crush you with his fucking wallet if he wanted to, bro. Like, that's
hey, look,
as simple as that.
it says Star Wars, The Force Awakens did 2.10 billion. Is that what that
Two
says?
point six.
2.6.
Yeah, it's the fourth one.
That's completely unrelated. But
Yeah,
uh, yeah, no. I just thought we should talk about it because it's interesting that people will be like, man, I want to see this movie because James Gunn, why I keep talking about him? James Cameron is just showboating and stuff. But I like, come on, bro. He's probably on his way out. But I saw another thing where it was like, he's probably on. This is probably like his swan song. You know what I mean? Like,
Avatar 2.
well, Avatar 2, the third one, whatever.
Oh yeah,
Whenever he decides to stop,
yeah,
these are like his babies because he's getting old.
yeah. I think this is gonna usher his way out for sure.
Yeah, that's why. So like he's on his way out. He wants to give one final hurrah and whatever else. So like he should have the right to be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I made Avatar 2, go see it, whatever.
Yeah, I think that, yeah, I think this is gonna usher him out to retirement. He's an older man. I think by the time 5 comes around, it's gonna have to be time to let go of the reins, and give it to somebody else if
Yeah.
it's gonna continue to go on, or if it's just gonna end with him. But back to the top 5. If those 5 movies, if any of them hit this list, I don't want to hear nothing about James Cameron no more. You guys are not allowed to. If 2 hits this list, 3 hits this list, and not bumps movies down the list, I don't want to hear it anymore.
Exactly.
I don't want to hear it anymore. He is a money making machine, bro. James Cameron is one of the best to do it, and there's no losing. So December 16th, Avatar 2, The Way of the Water's coming
It's
out.
Thursday.
Go watch that movie.
That's Thursday.
Go watch it. It's going to be amazing. It literally is this week.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be amazing. Are we going to watch it in 3D? You never answered me.
Yeah, we can watch it in 3D.
Yeah? The glasses won't bother you? You need them anyways. Moving on to the next moving on to the next topic, okay? We got a little photo, little sneak teaser for Evil Dead Rise. Nothing too crazy. It was just, somebody floating above water in the T pose. Couldn't make out who it was. It was their whole front was dark because the sun was hitting from behind. If you guys have not seen it, we'll put a picture up around here. But my anticipation levels for this movie is high. I've heard about the test screenings that they've been having. I heard that it's great. I'm hearing that Sam Raimi comes back roaring with this series, with this movie. I'm really hyped. I love the Evil Dead, and just to hear that there's another one coming out by the man himself who made the OG, bro. And I'm not even gonna knock. I don't even know if he made that remake. I believe it's a 2013 remake. I don't know if he made it,
I don't remember.
but that one was a good Evil Dead movie as well. That was a good remake. But yeah, you seen the picture. What do you think?
It looks good. Judging by the picture alone, it does look really good. I remember seeing the OG one that he did, which was really good. Sam Raimi does really good with this horror element. It's great. You see it in that, and then you see it in Multiverse of Madness if you guys seen that one or whatever else. Hell, even in Spider-Man 2, that little scene where the Doctor Octopus is like tearing up the hospital and shit like that. That's a little his little horror element spin on things too. So I mean, he does really good. It's just part of his craft. He's very versatile in that shit. So
Yeah, he knows how to work the camera. He knows how to work the angles. That's why I said like in Multiverse of Madness, you can tell what he shot and what he did and everything because you could like the weaving the camera and all that. Like you can tell that's his signature. And
yeah,
this photo, though very brief and very vague, like you don't really know what's happening. You can tell Sam Raimi's about to put his all into this movie. He's gonna do something great with it.
mm-hmm.
If you guys are horror fans, definitely we're gonna keep an eye out for this one.
Exactly.
If you're not, you might want to stay away. It gets pretty gory in these movies.
Yeah, no.
It gets pretty gory.
He does this whole thing in these movies. So
Yeah.
what I want to know is Bruce Campbell coming back?
Probably. Sam Raimi and him are like this dog.
Two peas in a pot.
Yeah, man. They always hang out. It sucks that they cut his piece off in
Yeah.
Multiverse of Madness. Sucks because I know Bruce Campbell was talking about it and how he had an actual like role in that movie. So
Yeah.
sucks that he got cut out, but he's coming back for Evil Dead Rise probably.
Hopefully.
But yeah, let us know about your guys' anticipation level for this film. If you guys haven't heard about it, let us know. We'll talk a little bit more a little bit more in depth in a different pod. But we're gonna move on to our next topic. I want to talk about somebody, and it's not somebody that we usually talk about, but she's making a big leap. I believe next year. She's gonna start filming and producing her very first movie. Gonna be making her directorial debut. That directorial debut is Taylor Swift's.
Oh shit.
She started from the bottom. She was in music videos, did short films, little fan films. Now she's gonna have her actual director debut coming up. Not much on what the story is, but it's gonna be a story written by her. I mean, you've heard her music, you know who she is. I mean, you have high hopes for it. Do you see any different of Taylor Swift?
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be one of those indie films, indie films coming of age stories where it's like either gonna be a romance or some shit like that. I'm sure it'll be fine. Nothing too spectacular. I mean, I know people were saying her last album was kind of good. I've never listened to it, but I'd imagine it's just. I imagine that's what I can picture her first like movie being like, just a indie film about romance, high school, some shit like that.
Yeah, and it's coming to us from Searchlight. I'm trying to dig a little bit more for y'all. So it's coming from Searchlight. Taylor Swift didn't make the announcement herself. The president did. He basically told Billboard, Taylor is a once-in-a-generation artist and storyteller. It is a genuine privilege to collaborate with her as she embarks on her exciting and new creative journey. So, I mean, she's obviously a storyteller in her songs. A lot of people say that, the music videos that she has are kind of like movies. Mm-hmm. And, she directed a few of those and did her little fan films, and I think she has like a 14-minute one out there. Seems interesting. Now we do hear how the Swifties, her little fan base, her big fan base actually, basically sold out tours, literally bought, like Taylor Swift was selling these, I forgot what she was selling. She was selling something, and it came with the ticket to her concert, and she was selling them for like tons of money and people were selling them out, bro. Her venues are expensive as hell. Like, you thought Bad Bunny's is expensive, hers is expensive too. Um, do you think with her making her debut within the film industry that her fan base will break box offices and just support her through that, or do you think that that only just stays within her domain?
I'm sure. I'm sure. I mean, if you're a fan of anyone and anybody, you'd support them in just about whatever they do.
Mm.
Whether you like them more in music or movies, that's your own preference. But I think as a fan, you should be able to be like, no, yeah, I'm gonna support this person through and through. You know, whatever they decide to do, unless they're doing bad, crazy shit. Then you drop them like a hot potato.
Yeah,
But
agreed.
I think her fan base is that big to be like, probably not break box office records, but give her a good chunk of change in the movies, you know? Because again, I don't think she's gonna be pushing out these big ass movies, like nothing that can rival Marvel if anything, but like decent movies that, like, you know, pull on your heartstrings, whatever else.
Yeah,
But like, I'm sure they'd give her a good chunk of change.
yeah. Yeah, if she's making those love movies or whatever, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be something like that. I don't think she's making action flicks and stuff
Oh, that's
like
right. It'll be like coming of age, like high school love stories. I can see it now.
yeah, yeah. So she's gonna be out there, and I mean, hopefully, her fan base doesn't destroy movie theaters everywhere. But I've heard she is a force and a marketing strategist. Like, when it comes to certain things, and people love her. People, and like you said, hopefully they do support her in the box office. I mean, her first movie's out there. So if you guys are Taylor Swift fans, make sure you go out there and support. If you're a real fan, don't be fake. Don't be fake.
Pretty much,
so
yeah.
support that shit.
Exactly.
All right, y'all. With that, we are going to hit a doozy. We're going to move on to our next couple topics. We're going to start with the little bit lightweighted. So Patty Jenkins came out yesterday and put on her Twitter a statement. I'm going to read the whole statement. It's literally a paragraph long. But I'll tell you what I got out of it. Okay? You know what? Better yet, I'm going to read you the first piece of paragraph, because I believe that is the most important part, and that's all you guys really need to hear. So she says that she's not one to talk about every... Oh, never mind. No, she goes on an actual rant, guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and just let you guys know what it is. I thought it sums up in the first paragraph, but I think that's the next topic. So what she basically says is that she didn't walk away from Wonder Woman 3, that she was happy to accommodate and change the story as it was, but it was under her understanding that it was at a standstill. Went out of her way and also decided to say that that Rogue Squadron isn't put on hold, and she didn't walk away from that one either, but that she is gonna she was planning to come back to it after Wonder Woman 3, because her and Lucasfilm basically had an arrangement or had a deal. She put this on Twitter. Even James Gunn went underneath and said that all they had was pleasant encounters with each other. Her not walking away does help, because if she didn't walk away, she shouldn't be made to look like she walked away, because that makes you look bad as a director. Oh, you're not taking my movie, now I'm gonna go because you're not, you know what I mean? If that was all, if she did all of her ability, good for her when it came down to clearing her name with Warner Brothers. One thing that I didn't like is that she still brought up the Rogue Squadron movie. Now, whether they did have the conversation, whether they didn't have the conversation, who knows? But as of right now, there's nothing going on with that movie, and who knows? What if they did cancel it and they just put him in a pickle, now she's over here speaking about, Rogue Squadron, and, now we're going to have to figure something out or put out a statement or whatever. Seemed kind of like it just the whole, like I said, you guys kind of seen it in the TV back there. It's kind of like a long paragraph,
I'll
and she
put it
went.
up. You guys can read
Yeah,
it.
you guys will be able to read it. It was kind of like a little tangent, and I don't know. Like I get she was defending herself, but it just to me it just seemed like she could have kept it at Warner Brothers. She didn't have to bring a Rogue Squadron or anything like that because I kind of feel like at that point she's speaking for the company, and I don't think that would be a good, you know, that's not a good look for you as a director. You know what I mean? Um, but what did you think? Did you see the?
I didn't see that. I didn't. I kind of was just like whatever about it, but I didn't see it.
Mhm.
I do. I told you though. I did tell you that she probably left on her own merits. That she kept her integrity.
Mhm.
I told you that in the last couple pods, I think. Um, so she wasn't like kicked out or nothing. It's good that she left on her own terms, and if she left, positively, then it is what it is. As for talking about Rogue Squadron, I don't know. I know we didn't hear shit from anyone regarding that movie. Um, I know she was set to make it, whatever. If she was waiting until after Wonder Woman 3, I can understand because it has been a minute and DC was still trying to get its legs up since ownership changed since Wonder Woman 84. Um, I don't know if it's speaking for the company. I just think now that she was like, I think it was more of just trying to defend um defend what she was trying to do as like a director and stuff like that because I know I saw it once the articles were rolling out saying that she left and stuff. A lot of it was like, oh well, now we know why she isn't doing that Star Wars movie and this and that. So I think it
Mhm.
was just to like protect her own assets and be like, no, yeah, that's still happening. I just was putting it off till Wonder Woman 3 was over with and whatnot. But I mean, if she confirmed that we are getting it, then I mean, good for her, I guess, that we are getting it. Good for us.
Yeah, I mean we've been waiting on the Star Wars movie forever. Um, but yeah, she did go on a little thing, and it's good that James Gunn uh tweeted underneath and basically gave that seal of approval because
Yeah.
um people would have probably speculated that, oh, maybe she's lying or something or
Yeah.
whatever, and blah blah blah, if there was no kind of confirmation. So yeah, a good thing that James Gunn's on Twitter a lot and was able to help out with that because it is wrong at the end of the day to put out a statement like that and say, or if it's a rumor or whatever that she walked away, and for Warner Brothers to not step out first and clear it up and be like, no, wait, hold on. And maybe for James Gunn too, and just have put it to a stop right then and there, and been like, "Hey, no, wait, hold on, that's false. That's not what happened. She didn't walk away. Whatever, whatever. You know what I mean?" Because I know he put out a paragraph when the news first dropped with the Wonder Woman 3 and Black Adam and reboots, and
Yeah.
it's been a whole thing. If you guys haven't seen that the DCU over video yet, it's on YouTube. Go check it out. We go in depth of the whole thing. Um, but yeah, I mean, with Patty Jenkins, I mean, hopefully she does come out with that Rogue Squadron movie. After our next topic, it doesn't sound like she's gonna be coming back anytime soon. So, hopefully she does good at Star Wars, and we'll see what happens next for her.
Yeah.
But that's gonna lead us to our last topic of the night, and has to do with James Gunn, has to do with Peter Safran. See, and I thought it was gonna be maybe like today they had the conversation or tomorrow. Sounds like they probably had it earlier this week or maybe just today too.
Monday. They
Monday,
probably had it like
probably
Monday.
probably had it Monday. But with all these rumors and speculations, like today we got the rumor that Pattinson's Batman might be in the DCU, or there might not be a full-on reboot, or it might be just a soft reboot, or it might be this, or it might be that. James Gunn came out and clarified it today on Twitter. Basically, I mean, he has a whole series of tweets. He'll put them up for you guys. He basically is saying that they got a plan. Daddy Zaslav approved of it. They're going full reboot, guys. Let's just be honest. They're going full reboot for whoever was hoping Zach's vision would have been realized and it was gonna continue to go. It's gonna be a full reboot. Henry Cavill out. Um, they're gonna make a Superman movie. That's gonna be their first priority is the Superman movie, kind of kicking it off the way they did back in 2013 with the Man of Steel. They're gonna kick it off with the Superman movie. It's not gonna be an origin. James Gunn confirmed on the Twitter in the series of tweets. Um, but it will be an early life for Superman, and it's gonna be written by James Gunn. But they are looking for a director. It's not gonna be him directing the movie. Um, yeah, it's it's been an interesting time for DC, and as much as it sucks because I did like the Snyderverse, and I wish it could have continued. It's it's too divisive, and I think the only way out was a full on reboot. I think it was sucks, but I think it was the best route. We got Ray Fisher's beef. We had Ezra Miller's problems. Uh, Henry Cavill being pushed out to the point where he had to beg to come back and got a brief cameo in Black Adam. Um, Ben Affleck not getting the movie that he wanted to make, and just him feeling bad because he wanted to be a good Batman and felt like he didn't get the recognition that he was getting, that he deserved. Um, it's just been surrounded by so much stuff, and I feel like at this point it just needs to be done. Just wipe the slate clean, and hopefully we get something better. I wouldn't have said let's get James Gunn to redo it all, but if that's what we got to stay optimistic about it. It's gonna be an interesting road for sure to see where this is gonna go, and for them to kick it off exactly how it started. What we're gonna be in 23, so almost 10 years ago. It's gonna be really interesting. But you heard the news. Henry Cavill out. New guy. Superman movie coming out. James Gunn. Full reboot going on now. Let's flip the switch. What are you thinking?
I don't know. I don't know how to feel. Um, I don't know. I actually, this is tough. Yeah, I'm lost for words. When I saw this happening, I know you sent me the tweet. I wasn't on Twitter when it happened, but I was like, damn, okay. So now we know the full reboot. I'm pretty sure the Flash is gonna be their scapegoat. Like I said, again, all this was all we speculated and everything in our last YouTube video. Go check it out, episode, whatever you want to do. It sucks because Henry Cavill was excited to come back and stuff, and like I said, they just fumbled the bag. They fumbled the bag again, and I know a reboot is probably the best route to go and all that. Again, Flash being their scapegoat, but yeah, no, that I think it just sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. It kind of feels like an era is dying, and I mean, hopefully for the better. Hopefully the toxicity of fandoms don't carry over to the next. Because it was real DC fans, Snyder fans. It got a little ridiculous towards the end, and it was. Then you got Battinson fans over there. Oh, my Batman, and it's like, okay, dude, bigger problems over here. It's interesting to see the reactions on Twitter about the news, and people are either getting mad, people are getting upset. It still seems like a divided space, and maybe he anticipated this to happen, a little bit of riot and outburst. But as of right now, I mean, what do you think? Do we have faith in James Gunn? Are we gonna get a good slew of movies, or are we gonna be right back where we started, with people not knowing what the hell to do with DC?
Okay, so I guess there's two ways to answer that question.
Okay.
I can say, I can say it from a very like sentimental part, or I can say it unbiased and just be like, okay, how should I say it?
Say it sentimental and unbiased.
Okay, well then,
Had a
um,
little of both.
um,
All right, give me the sentimental
okay,
part.
the sentimental part is that like if I want to like really get into it, it fucking sucks. I really don't enjoy this. If you like James Gunn, cool. I know he's writing the script and stuff. Whatever that comes out to it, I know it's still gonna be very divided. The the fans are still gonna be like they fumble the bag. Whatever. Could this affect the next Superman project? Probably, probably not. We'll just have to wait and see. Um, as for fandoms divided, I know that's probably never gonna change. But I mean, if we all like the characters, we should all go see them, regardless of what's going on and stuff. But again, that's all up to preference and whatnot.
Was that your heartfelt or your unbiased?
That was unbiased. Heartfelt. I don't know if I'm. I don't know if I'm rocking with it. I I really liked him as Superman, and then like seeing him in Black Adam coming back, hopeful and stuff. I really thought he was back, and then they fumbled the bag. They just fumbled the bag, and like I said before, I'm not too much of a fan of James Gunn. So this kind of just a real stab to the heart, if I'm being for real. But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah, because Henry Cavill was my Superman, man. And I loved that dude. And, to hear that he was coming back really got my hopes up. And to hear that he's gone now really, really, it stings. But, like I said, if it's for the better, then I'm all for it. Because that means that we're going to get something, hopefully, something different, something better that's going to make everybody happy. And not just certain fan groups and be like, oh, we fucking hate you and whatever. You know what I mean? Throwing rocks at each other. For what? We all want the same outcome. We just want DC to do good. We want to see Superman. We want to see Batman. We want to see the Flash. We want to, we want to see all the characters come to life. And is wiping the slate clean the answer? I think so. Does it need to be the answer? I don't think so. They could chug along with what they have if they wanted to, but it will have that dead weight and that baggage of all the past being carried with it, and it's never going to go away until they make people forget.
Yeah.
And if they put out a Superman movie that it does so well that it makes them forget, I'm all for it. But this Superman movie should make or break the whatever plans he has, because if we can't come out if you're going to the back and writing all this stuff down, making sure that it's perfect and all these things, you bring out the product and it's not fire after we had something fire that was ruined already, it's gonna be bad for him. So he needs to bust out the best pens that he has, write the best story, the most heartfelt, epic, whatever, and put that out there.
Yeah, because like MCU fans are very judgmental and stuff, but like we've said before, they'll eat that shit up. DC fans, we eat that shit, and if we don't like it, we spit it out. You know what I mean? We don't go see the next one. We should, but we don't. Some people just, he has a lot to work with, and if he thinks it's the best route, power to him. Hopefully he does good in the next 4 years or so that he's in charge. But I know he's gonna have a lot of shit if this fucks up.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna hit the fan pretty bad if it does go sideways like that. But I'm just happy it's not gonna be an origin story, to be honest. I mean, I don't even think that they can compare to Man of Steel, and Man of Steel is a underrated gem. I don't care what people say. All right, underrated gem. I don't think any Superman movie could pass it up. But if he so happens to produce something that does do it, I'll give him credit where the credit's due. But we gotta wait to see the work.
Yeah, we do. As for Pattinson coming to DCU, I know they did debunk that. They did say no, that's not true.
Yeah, James Gunn himself.
Another weird thing that I don't know if I got it down or not, but that Superman movie is still in development.
Which one?
The one how do I say this correctly? The
Michael B. Jordan's?
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
I thought they scrapped that a long time ago.
I guess with J.J. Abrams, they're gonna make it.
Interesting.
And I was like, 2 Supermen, 2 Batmen. After they said that they didn't want that, interesting.
Yeah, that's gonna be something to look out for. I last time I heard it was canceled. I didn't know if they were doing doing it still. So I mean, I'll have to do my research on it to look it up. But
I don't know. It's just weird. Power to them. If you like the news, cool. If you don't, you can mourn with me because I'm
mourn with us because honestly, it does suck. And I wish the DCU the best, but to be honest, maybe this is, and this is gonna sound really bad, but I'm honestly numb to it at this point. DC has done so much, like I'm just like, bruh, like this is just the icing on the cake for me, and I'm just like, okay, well, can't even have good movies, and if we do have good movies, then it's all this controversy, and you don't know what to like or what not to like, and it just sucks to be a DC fan sometimes. But hopefully this changes all that, and we can have a united, actual DC fan base, and it could be good for everybody.
Yeah.
And hopefully. Because I know James Gunn could be petty, and I know that he's on Twitter a lot, so I know there's a few people that might piss him off. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But with that, what do you guys think? DCU is gonna be completely rebooted. They're gonna make Superman the first movie to come out. The first Superman movie since Man of Steel.
Since Man of Steel.
Yeah.
And it won't have Henry Cavill.
So if you guys were hoping to see Henry Cavill again, I'm sorry, it's probably not gonna happen. Breaks my heart too. Breaks his heart. Breaks everybody's heart. Sucks. But hopefully we get a good future and a good story in the future.
Yeah. Whenever that happens.
Yeah, whenever they, I'm pretty sure we'll hear. James Gunn actually put out there that we'll hear more. We'll hear more in the beginning of the year.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it won't be that far. Like we'll get the next movie around 2024, if anything.
Yeah, if they're really fast tracking it like they're saying they are, yeah, for sure. But with that, that's gonna be the end of this episode. Okay, we went through a lot of topics today. If there's any topics that you feel that we missed, that you want us to talk about and discuss and have an actual conversation about here on this podcast, Josh, let them know where they can let us know.
Twitter and TikTok at FilmBros Podcast, if you want to follow us there. If you want to listen to our other episodes, like the DC one we were just talking about, at FilmBros Podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see our faces, if you got time for all that, you can check us out on YouTube at FilmBros Podcast.
Yeah. Like I said, we want to hear you guys' thoughts, so go ahead and hit us up on that. But until then, we'll see you guys on the next one.
Talk to you guys later.
Later.